And we are live. Rewards enabled on channel. I don't know what that means, but okay. Cool. Everything appears to be working. Good to go. Let's see here. Alert sent out. All right, and now we wait. Howdy, Flora. Good to see ya. Hey, Graph. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. 8 months. Oh man, coming up on a year here soon. Rewards enabled on... Right? That's what I said. I have no idea what that means. I don't have any idea what that means. Howdy, C8. Good to see you. We've got a bit of a doozy here today, folks. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Jelly Channel's channel when they're live in any category. I mean, how does it... That kind of seems like it's just regular subscribing where you get rewards for doing that, you know? Such as emotes. The reward is free nitro, I think? Interesting. Weird, but okay. Also, howdy, Dolma. Good to see you. If you've not had nitro for 12 months. Oh, maybe you get an extra limited Fortnite hat. The possibilities really are endless. But here today, on our stream, we'll be collapsing some of those possibilities into a finite reality. How's everyone doing? Good to be back. Even though I did just literally take a 1-day break. You know, I didn't stream on Friday like I usually do. Oh, man. The week after this one, so not this upcoming week, but the week after, I will be back to classes. So we're going to be back to that Saturday-Sunday schedule, which I'm a little sad about because I've been quite enjoying streaming daily, or more regularly. But I do have to make money. So that is an important part of one's day-to-day operations. So we'll be back to a more limited schedule for the time, or in the immediate future. But for now, I've got this 1 week. I'm going to use it. Today, we've got an art stream, as you may be able to tell. And on today's art stream, we're going to have 2 things going on here. One, we're making a new model, because tomorrow we're going to be starting Mass Effect 3. Which I'm very excited about. I genuinely cannot wait to play it. That little preview has me so juiced to play some more. I can't wait. So tomorrow we'll be starting that. So today we're going to be making the model for it. Howdy Blue, good to see ya. Which I've got a pretty decent idea for. And then we're going to be drafting some emotes, all right? Some of which I have a pretty concrete idea for, as you may be able to tell when I show them, and others which I'm going to need some input on because I'm not really sure what to do here, all right? So here's my question to you folks. What do you want to see first? Do you want to see the emotes, or do you want to see the draft for the model? I'm going to be doing the model first, no matter what. But which do you want to see first? Okay. So let's see the model. All right. So for this model, we're going in a bit of a different direction from the previous ones. All right. Which is to say, we're bringing things back to basics. I really liked how the N7 armor looked in Mass Effect 3. And I was thinking to myself, and I said, damn, I'd really like to get into that I'd really like to get into that N7 armor. All right? It's looking good. And also, Merrick's fan art of the biotic bullet looked pretty cool. And so I thought I could play around with that a little bit. So here was my my starting point here. All right. This is genuinely the first thing I did. N7 becomes J3. Two reasons, as you can see listed here. It sounds like jelly, or a bit like my emote prefix for Discord at least, which is JC. We've got J3. But when you combine them together, it looks a bit like a B for biotic, naturally. Right? So that's the first little connection I made. So now, here is the first real quick sketch I made of my general idea. This is my original character in Mass Effect 3. They're the strongest known jelly biotic in the world. And they're super strong and super cool, and everyone likes them. But let's just, we've got the armor, of course. We've got the J3 logo there. And then you may notice there's a couple little, bluish accoutrement, or however you're supposed to say that word. All right, which are handily explained in this little detail here. So this is the general idea. Love how the head is widescreen. Yeah, I thought that would be funny. I thought that you might enjoy that. So, the general idea is that we got that biotic barrier only when we're talking. All right, just to give it a little bit more flavor, right? And with the biotic barrier comes some other, shall we say, distinctive markings to signal our Art.Yakshi heritage, as Merrick is saying, right? So, going in a very different direction from what was previously a literal Hanar. The sketch is a little bit buff, just a teensy bit. That's mostly just because I'm going for the shapes, and then everything else follows afterwards. So this is the idea. This is what I'm going for. There may be adjustments as we continue, but I feel like this is a pretty good one. I feel like I've got a solid base here. So, N7 armor this time around. I'm also going to get that multi-tool in there, which the only thing that I am sad about in playing a biotic bullet in Mass Effect 3 is that other classes actually get to use the multi-tool as a weapon, which looks cool as hell. Whenever they do a power punch, they use it as a big old gauntlet knife, which is cool. However, it's not as funny as teleporting over to someone at Mach 5 and sending them flying like a Gmod ragdoll, which is obviously the better option. Good thing we're not restricted by canon. Exactly. Except, all of this is canon, of course. It's all canon here. So, that's what we're going to be doing for the first half of stream, presumably. And then for the second half of stream, we're going to be working on some emotes, which I'm going to show you what I've got planned here. All right. So first and foremost, we'll go with the one that I have the strongest concept for, which is JC See Ya. All right. I've noticed, not sure if you've noticed this as well. I tend to always sign off the streams by saying, see ya. Which at first wasn't intentional, but now it's part of the brand. And I always thought that Joe's little "you done" emote spam at the end of streams was cute, and I like that. And I thought that this could be a fun emote that could serve a similar function. Obviously, it's going to need to be readable at smaller sizes than this. Like, it's probably going to need to be readable at that, where the "see ya" is still relatively legible. But, you know, I'm going to have to work on legibility at smaller sizes for pretty much all of these. Hence why I'm just calling this an emote drafting stream. I don't expect to have the full finished version by the end of this stream. Next up, this is one based on a request that Flora made, JC Hearts. Now, I thought the idea of using different outfits for some of the emotes and making those ones Twitch exclusive would be cute. So, I'm gonna replace JC Love, even though the plan at least would be to replace JC Love with JC Hearts, which serves a similar but not identical function. Because I think it would be cute, again, to have some Twitch exclusive emotes, just to make it feel a little bit more meaningful. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you are spending money, I should probably be giving you something that you cannot get elsewhere. Even if it is just, it's like, I get way too concerned about the value proposition of these things. It's a little picture. So, this one, I have a bit of a stronger idea about as well. This one, obviously, this one was like fucking ready to ship. Alright? So this one, still gonna figure out some of the works. How can I make this more legible? All that jazz. And then this one, I think is very cute as well. I think this one could be good. JC Break or JC Breaker. And the use case, as written here, is when the game breaks. So I've got the robot model with the chromatic aberration headlight going off an alarm. I'm wondering if it might need text to make the use case more obvious, but obviously this is just a sketch version. Things can be embellished a little bit more once it's cleaned up a bit. I wonder how it looks with one eye red and one eye teal. Let's find out right now. Actually, that's the right one. Where's the line art? There it is. I'm on the wrong layer. And then I will grab the same red that I'm using for the chromatic aberration. I'd probably need to do a more saturated one instead then, so let's grab that blue. Just make it more saturated. It could work. I'm only going double red because that's what the actual model looks like. Same with the light. Maybe a bit too police car. That's exactly how it was coming across to me. Yeah. But I think this could be a good one, considering that I guess streaming just gives all your games a passive fucking debuff, where they just break a lot more often. So I feel like this one could be used relatively frequently, all things considered. Alright? If the outline has aberration, it should be enough. Yeah. Which I would obviously need to make more saturated to make it more legible at a Twitch size. And then, over here, these ones are ones that I have not drafted up concepts or changes for, but that I would like to adjust. We have JC Pog. I dislike this creature. I do not enjoy gazing upon its horrid visage. It displeases me. A shame. I like see, and that's the thing. That's the thing. All right? The people love this fucking thing. You folks go wild for this disgusting beast. I personally dislike the creature. I cannot make my distaste for it more known. All right? So, in the event that I did make JC hype, I would unfortunately be forced to keep the creature due to popular demand. But no, I would like to make a JC hype emote. I don't know what that would need to look like, but there it is. Needs a different version that's the same with just the beak closed. Okay, here, let me show you what that looks like real quick, because I think it doesn't work out very well from what I remember. Pen, grab you. Where's your lair at, son? There you are. So let's just go over this real quick. Why is it? Oh, right, because I have that happening. Gotcha. Now see, without the beak, obviously this is just a little backstage quick change going on here. It would need more work. It just lacks much of anything, really. You know? This disgusting thing gets the job done. Unfortunately. So I would like to come up with some form of JC hype. I'll say that on Twitch you can barely see one exclamation mark, let alone three. Yeah, and then the eyes are too big to... I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So that's something that we will come up with, hopefully, by the end of stream. And then, JC nailed. Which, personally, as the creator, and quite fittingly with the name, I think I nailed it. However, the current balance patch, or the upcoming balance patch, needs to influence the efficacy and clarity of this specific play option. It's been noted and reported by some players that the use case seems unclear, to the extent that some users have actually requested an emote fitting the intended use case, which signals to me and the rest of the dev team that perhaps it's not meeting the goals that it was intended to reach upon release. Which is to say that balance patches are necessary for the future. Alright, so, I like the vibes we got going on here. You know? I like the idea. I think it I think it communicates what I want it to communicate, but I think it needs more gamer aura. It needs more overt gamer aura is what it needs. Right? It feels like a hell yeah. It needs to feel like a fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got to move it up a little. We got to make it a little more extreme. We got to make it a little more gamer. We got to add some RGB. So, I'm not sure how exactly to do that, but know that the dev team is aware there's an imbalance and are working to correct it in the next patch. It feels more like a said something snarky. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's conveying what I want, but not to the degree or severity that is desired. Right? This feels more suave than it's a hell yeah, it needs to be a fuck yeah. That's the only way that I can put it in terms that my brain will make sense of it, I suppose. And then lastly, the behemoth. The beast. The darkness lurking in the corner of man's heart. We need a dance emote. Plain and simple, we need a dance emote. And in my heart of hearts, it's got to be Caramel Dancing. It's got to be. You're just gonna trade. Now that's the thing. I don't want to trace it. Is my problem, because that feels low effort. But I am just gonna be doing a Caramel Dancing. Here's the only problem. I don't have any understanding of animation fundamentals. So I don't know how to do that. I only know that it is what I want to do. So just, cards on the table there, right? And then there's one last thing to address. Now, you may notice that there's quite a difference in the brushes being employed by these emotes, right? And also, in the, shall we say, generation of jelly being depicted, okay, you'll notice that all of the emotes current have the turtleneck and the ribbed sweater sleeve cuff, right? Whereas if you will gaze upon the digital visage, which currently haunts your monitor, you'll notice that those elements are absent from the current iteration, right? Which is to say, I'm wondering if I stick to the theme I have established, i.e. keep the turtleneck and this general style, which would include, rather than the Krita charcoal brush set, which I have come to know and love, I would continue to use the pixel brush set like I have with the previous emotes, just for clarity's sake. Or if I should stick to the brush, if I should just go for a new direction and use my new brush set for a whole new line of emotes. That's the question. I don't think the charcoal brush scares. That's my worry. That's my worry, is that the clarity will not scale as well. I would have no confidence in a textured brush adding anything to emotes. That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah. Is it benefit, my style, and whenever I'm drawing on a larger scale, benefits from the texture that the charcoal brush set gives me. There's a reason I use it, and that's one of the large ones, right? However, emotes, first and foremost, need visual clarity. And the charcoal brush set, one of the reasons I use it, is because it actually lessens that visual clarity a little bit in such a way that your brain fills in the gaps. But when you're working on it with an emote on such a small scale, you can't afford to design it in such a way that the brain needs to fill in the gaps. You need to design it in such a way that you look at it, you see it, and you know exactly what it's saying. Right? So I think I've talked myself into option A. However, when are we getting a Wooga sweat? Okay, that's a good question. That could be a good. Hold on. Let me write that down. Hold on. No, sorry. No. I'm all sorts of messed up. Let me just get it up here. Let me get a notes list going here. Merrick. Mind the handwriting. It's quite bad. Hold on. Sorry. Let me use a smaller brush so it's Merrick wants a Wooga sweat. Noted. Noted. I would love to have a new Joe Eyes. Okay, so something like Joe Eyes. Eyes popping out in disbelief. Okay. So a shocked jelly is okay, so here's the thing that I also need to keep in mind, or I guess make known, is that we do have a large catalog of previously existing emotes that are on, say, the Discord, but aren't on Twitch. Where is JC Shocked? I feel like JC Shocked should be very easy to pick out. It's a very... there it is. Okay, so we have a JC Shock, which I quite like how it looks. I've never really found a very good use case for it, but I think it's quite good. So there could also be the case that we just look through the catalog and we can also just add some emotes, because that's another thing. I was looking at my emotes before stream today, and I noticed, I don't know when this happened, two things. One, I no longer need to wait for emotes to be approved. So as soon as I upload them, they're available, which certainly shortens the time on their rollout. And two, I have 5 follower emote slots now that I need to fill with something, right? So I'm wondering what to do there, because that says to me what are 5 emotes that I think are an essential function of chat interaction, right? And I think if we make a JC hype, either hype or pog would be a follower emote. JC Sia, 100% a follower emote. But we'll have to figure out the rest from there. That's where we're at in terms of emotes, which will be the latter part of the stream. After we've finished making our model, we can draft up some more of these and figure out what we're going to do with them. I wanted to see if this would be a creative solution by adding a mouth, but it looks horrible. Uh-oh. I mean, you know, it's not that bad. It kind of makes it look like I have a goatee. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Let's actually take stock of the emotes that we currently have available, just so we're not making ones with overlapping purposes. What are the emotes that we currently have active on Twitch? Let's see. We have Chuckle, which I should probably rename. Cry, Pog, S, Smug, Nailed, Blind. These are the ones that are tier 1, and then we have Actually and Pubcope for tier 2 and 3, right? So these are the ones that we already have active. I think lull type emotes are useful, but maybe I'm the only one who always sees Chuckle as a cough and the niche is filled. See, that's another thing that I'm wondering, right? I think I need to revise JC Chuckle, which it needs to be named something different. No one in their right mind is going to type out Chuckle ever. That is a word that has left the standard English lexicon. All right? Get it out of here. It needs to be something different. I think I just need to make JC LOL, and that's it. And I need to be fine with calling it that, just like I'm fine with calling JC Pog JC Pog. Unless you're Knuckles. Of course. Listen. Of course. Unless you're Knuckles. Well, except Knuckles does not chuckle, but he uses the word. I understand what you're saying. I would never, ever discount Knuckles the Echidna like that. I'm just saying it's left the standard English lexicon. Is all. That's all I'm saying. I would never disrespect Knuckles the Echidna like that. Not in this life or the next. So I've got some thinking to do as far as emotes. I don't think I'm at the point yet where I can think about adding seasonal emotes like Joe does for playthroughs, but it's also worth considering whether I should add a specific Mass Effect 3 type emote, which has been requested by a couple people in the Discord. My only question is, what would I do, or what could I do, rather? I could do maybe JC Renegade and JC Paragon. That might be good. That could be something. We'll write that down. Write that down. Okay. That's not a bad idea. All right. All right. Okay, we've got our design document here. We're good to go. Just real quick, I need to learn how to just do Control S. JC Renegade, more like JC Soul Killer 3. It's 356, Merrick. 356. It's Soul Killer 386. Show some goddamn respect. All right, show some respect to our fallen soldiers. Come on now. I like the idea of having emotes with the different models, but not game specific like the robot. Yeah, this if I can think of more stuff like these two, where they have the specific models, but they are not game specific. Like this one is just if the game breaks, right? And I'm using the robot with the breaker aura specifically because we really, really, really broke Talos Principle 2, right? So if I can find more combos like that, that would definitely be the play. Anyway, we have a model to make, which is, of course, the main focus of the stream. Have you seen the intro to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle where Knuckles barks as the letters Knuckles fly by you? I have, of course. If I discovered a stream and noticed a streamer has a Milady emote, I would eject immediately. Yeah, the vibes on that, not too great. Not too great. Okay. Let's get some house music. Okay, hold on. I need... No, the moment's left. The moment is left. If I were funnier, I would have had the house theme prepped and ready, and it would have been a really, like, there'd be +2s all over the place, and I fucked up. Just play some fucking Little Big Planet music. Because I'm an idiot. Damn it. Damn it, man. Do you want a +2 and or -2 emote? It's certainly in the conversation. But I mean, you know, at risk of sounding a bit hypocritical, considering the direct inspiration for JCC, and a lot of my general stream vibes, so to speak, I don't want to rip too much off of Joe. And granted, it's not like +2 -2 is his thing. All right, it's pretty much just a Twitch thing at this point. It's in the conversation. Let's get that in there. Is the music too quiet? Let me know. Turn that guy off. Default model. Shape guideline. Hey, buddy, it's been a while since we had to use you. That should be a little better. Okay. Shape guideline. C, Control V. Let's make a copy of you. And just drag you on. Okay. Oh, let's just cut. And then paste. I'm now imagining a streamer with a +or -2, so you can never be sure if it's positive or negative deluge. That's just equals Keck with less steps. The jelly you drew looking at the dance emote. Can we have that in the server? This one? You know, I didn't intend that, but you know what? I can probably just make that into an emote pretty easy, yeah. Okay. So we'll put this guy in the conversation too. So we'll just underline this real quick. Hold on. Alright. Now to work. How do we want to do this? I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. There we go. This is like when the DM is playing out a sophisticated villain and the characters get attached to Boblin the Goblin. Well, Boblin, listen. Yeah, put some fucking respect on Boblin's name, first of all. Alright, there's a reason the players love him. And second of all, that's improv, baby. That's how it's always gonna be. Alright, it's never about the characters you make, it's about the characters we make. You know? You can't yes and yourself. Let's just, you know, it's not gonna get you the same results. So how do we want to do this? So do you have the Expanse BRB screen ready? I do not. No. Oops. Oh well. I'll have it next time for sure. And I wonder if I can make an edit of it that is jelly adjacent. What am I doing here? Right, we need to figure out how we're going to get this big buff frame on this lithe, slender, extremely inaccurate body. So, general idea here. I don't know why this is throwing me off so much. Give me a second. You there. Come here. No, I need you there specifically, actually. And, just for now. Get rid of that. And that as well. Okay, pen, back to it. General idea. Color is already part of the original design. Right. So we just steal that a little bit. You know, this come down like that. Already got perfect thing to just line going right down the whole thing. Now this, I think somewhere in the midpoint between those two, that's where I'll have the chest plate end. And armor, slim down a little there, just to make it seem like it's got more of a broad chest. It's a weird belt. And we will stick to it. Belt goes like that. And that'll actually come back out, which will make the midsection look just a little slimmer. Obviously, we get that six-pack in there. A very necessary part of the armor. Right. Extremely necessary, one might say. Ammo for each individual ab, obviously. Then, where is J3? Okay. Then, J3 would be like, there about. Connect the armor there. That gets colored in. Looks like this has a kind of like that going on. Now the arms. Luckily, the arms are pretty segmented, which makes our job a little bit easier. Not by much, mind you, but a little bit. Alright, because we can do some stuff like that. You know, and that'll be that section, a little bicep section there. Then we have the gauntlet come out like that. Something along those lines, at least. I don't know why I haven't removed this yet. I'm not a fan. Just now, I wanted to see a picture of an employee, just any generic worker. So I googled staff. Like, did you find what you were looking for? Okay, something about that's not feeling right. So let's figure out these pauldrons first. Pauldron shape, let's assume it cuts into it kind of like that. And we have it come out a little. How does it work? Yeah, it really does just sort of do that, huh? I mean, that is kind of just what they look like a little bit. Although they get thinner on the inside. That's the general idea there. We want the super cool bicep armor. And then we want our gauntlet. And the under armor just looks like a very standard sci-fi bodysuit type deal. Okay. Horizontal, move that on over there. Alright, I think the general idea looks good. And then, in terms of colors, get that yellow in there, and that'd just be the stripe going down this side of the armor there. Put these parts in that. Whole armor is generally going to be that grayish color. And what else is there in terms of coloration? We need, this would be yellow to add to that. And it seems like main chest plate is a darker color. Or is it a lighter color? So you get the idea. Every time I hear this song, I think that it sounds like someone is like destroying Minecraft blocks somewhere in there. I don't know. It's just in the beginning. It's just in the beginning. And it looks like there's also a white trim on the armor now. Or maybe that white trim was always there and I just didn't notice it before. Which works just fine for me, because that's still well within our color palette. Also on the inside is interesting. I don't know if I agree with that choice. This would also be white. Okay. And again, I think the general idea is solid. And the flare will come from when the armor is, shall we say, activated. Alright. Biotic barrier around it. And then obviously, to call back to our Henar Succubus days, we get some markings on there. The purpose that your armor's chest piece ends in a V shape, the reference seems to end in more of a straight line. It does end in more of a straight line. It does. It's not on purpose. Do I like it more? I kind of like it more. But it does add to the look of, like, pecs. Alright, so obviously we get the tattoo going there, right? What else can we add there? As far as distinctive R.Yakshi markings. Because here was my thinking, right? If we're looking at my my previous work with the Spectre model, we've got a forked tail there, right? We've got the wings. I like to think that there would be wing designs on the back. What if you had tentacles, tattered flesh poking from under the bag? That's a good consideration. That could be nice. Making a backside model for the true Nikes? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's look at the original tattoo design we have, though, for some inspiration on how to do this. Yeah, something along those lines. I just need to sharpen the heart a bit more. A blur frame for turning around and obviously a squat frame for defined butt cheeks. Absolutely not. I refuse. I refuse. Okay, I'll do it for the Metal Gear Solid streams if I ever do them. You've convinced me. That's all it took. Is it enough to just have that heart there whenever it lights up? I feel like there needs to be something on the chest as well. Am I wrong in thinking that? I feel like the chest is looking a little bare. No, no to the pasties. No. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Some war scars. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. That's true. Now, or that we could add those scratches in the armor on the regular model to make it look more tattered, make it look more visually interesting. Some bullet wounds and the like. Okay, we definitely want some battle scarring. That's for sure. If those are bullet holes, you could have light glowing from within. Ooh. Okay, yeah, if we have battle scars in the armor, they could glow. I like that. That could be good. That could be good. Renegade armor scars. Okay, that feels good. I think with that, Renegade facial scars on the bag, I like where your head's at. I definitely like that idea. Okay. I think we've got what we're looking for here. I think we've got what we're looking for. We've got a solid idea. So we can turn this back on, move this guy where he should be, get rid of this. Move you, well no, keep you where you are. Shape guideline, come back. And then now we make it. Wrong color. How do we want to do this? I think that's a good way to go about it. Okay. I'm gonna make a layer underneath. And that's where we have got the pauldron go to there. I wonder if there's any type of battle scar that would harken back to an actual event or funny stream moment. Something to consider. Which is generally what people say whenever they think it's a good idea, but they can't elaborate on it themselves. think we want this to go to about there. There. Then have this a little slimmer than usual, so that it makes the chest piece seem a little bit more pronounced. And then have this be back to normal size so the belt goes back to the standard. Alright. Then have this come down about halfway to the zipper. Back up like that. This goes the whole way up. Okay. Then belt detail, abs, and chest piece detail. Connect back to there. Connect back to there. I don't even want to do these. We could just do the abs straight across and make our lives easier. It's an option. But I think that makes it look flat. I also think I should probably do the thicker line for this, the more I look at it. Let's just wing it. That usually goes well for us. Yeah, that works. Rounded there on the belt. Fix that a little bit. Need the J3 logo. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delegate this entire plot of land the J3 logo. Keep it within there specifically. Let's turn this to 16. Move it down just a tick. And I think that's good. And then it'll be white on the actual armor. We can also do the carbon fiber texturing as well. Or at least something similar to the carbon fiber texturing. That's a later down the line concern. Right now we need to get those gauntlets on. Turn that off. Still got the eraser. How do we want these gauntlets to look? I think they should come up to about there. Out to about there. Directly down. How do they look here? So they go longer down. I mean, it's going to be a generally kind of pentagon shape no matter what we do. It's just a matter of finding the most aesthetically pleasing kind of pentagon, I suppose. I suppose this pleases the jelly. Especially because, yeah, it's going to come out like that. We have that come out about there. Now it comes down. That connects like that. That connects like that. Let's remove the shape guideline, remove these line guidelines. And then the classic Control-C, Control-V, mirror horizontal. Drag them on over to this side. Looking good to me. Erase any little overlap that might have occurred. I think it's looking quite solid so far. What do we think, folks? Missing anything? Well, I think that feels good to me. We'll keep that separate for now. We can match it. Seems good to me unless you want the torso to be more V-shaped like the initial sketch. Yeah. Should the waist be narrower? I think a narrower waist is a good consideration. Just to make that... sell that body type more. Okay, then come back. Very, very transparent. How slender is too slender? Make it just look ridiculous. I can't tell if anything's changed, but it feels better. I'm just going to assume that something has changed for the better. I don't like this whole section. It feels bad to look at. Okay. I think that's good. I think that works. It certainly looks like some sci-fi-ass sci-fi armor. If you wanted more of a V-shape, I think you need to change the actual angle of those lines. I think it's less wanting the V-shape. I want to give the appearance that the breastplate is a little larger to make the torso itself seem a bit bigger. And I think I mostly got that across. Or at least it feels good enough to me. So I consider that a success. Now, does the head being so large make this not work? That's our next consideration. And to find out if that is the problem, let me look at my knight model real quick and see what I did there. Wasn't a problem with the knight model. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Okay. So now, shape guideline. Welcome back to the land of the living. We're taking your head. Torso, time to duplicate you. A little bit less opacity. If you've ever wondered why, I might have explained this before, if you wonder why that's how I make the lines thicker rather than just drawing them thicker where they need to be, the way that this charcoal brush set works is obviously when I draw with it, leaves behind a texture, right? And I like that texture. I want to keep that texture around, right? But if I draw over the line, it's going to fill in some of those gaps because the texture isn't always the same. So to keep that same texture, but change the thickness, I just copy and paste the same layer on top of itself so that it's less opaque, but it still has the same gaps. So they stay there rather than, you know, like I just showed, draw over it, different texture, fills in those gaps, makes a more boring, homogeneous looking line, at least to my eye. So if you're ever curious about my methods, that's why. I try to do little fill-in spots like that as little as possible. So now what? Now I think we color it. I think that's the next step. Do we add the battle scars now? If you control click into a layer, does it select everything on that layer? No, actually, control click allows me to select multiple layers. I thought that's what. Oh, okay. Control click is I just want to select this layer, this layer, this layer. Layer thumbnail. Oh. Huh. I had no idea that was an option. Wow. That's new. Good to know. Thank you, Merrick. You learn something new every day, I suppose. Do I want eyelashes on this model? Yes. I have the womb tattoo. I can also go for the eyelashes. As a treat. But I don't want those eyes, actually. So, goodbye. What I do is control-click to select it all, and then use a bucket gradient tool to add more opacity without destroying transparent parts. Interesting. I don't know, I think my caveman way works. But I'll need to try that sometime. So now I have to remember how I color these things, which I think is invert selection, grow 15. Got it. Grab thereabouts more. Layer under line art. White. There we go. So now, what I want to do, I don't know what this layer is for. Oh, now I can figure out what a layer is for by... Oh, wow, that's useful. Okay. That's quite nice. Oh no, my pen button's starting to die again. Okay. You three, come with me. And then default model. Be more opaque. I think I can merge this. Do I want to merge that down? I don't think I do. In fact, I think I want that to be part of the color. That's it. Okay. Color time. want to do this. We could, I think, make the armor more of a purplish. See how that works? Just to keep it a little more visually interesting. Which I'm already liking more than just a slate gray. I think first step, I'm just going to fill in this armor completely, and then we'll do all our adjustments mostly on this layer. When you use the control click to select, it's a transparent selection, so while the outline goes out, there's a feathering effect depending on how transparent the content of the layer was. Huh! I definitely need to play around with that. Okay, so there's our armor. And we want this color just a little lighter. For specific parts of the armor. Looks of it, most of this stuff. Looks like most of the plated stuff has the lighter color. Which is looking good. And then we want this here for these tiny little Under Armour sections. Okay. Looking good, I think. Now here's a question. On these... Hold on. Went over a little bit. Oh, I'm already on... There's eraser. Make sure we're staying within our outlines. Learned that in preschool. Okay, so here's what I want to do. How can we get that carbon fiber kind of texture? Do we take this darker one and then something like that? Or do I need an even darker color? Here's what I need to do, I think. Just gotta make... a whole bunch of them. That's a sizable enough patch to see if it'll do what we want it to do. Which it most certainly will. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it will. Yeah, we want that for sure. Alright, and then that's gonna go thereabouts. And the last patch goes there. And then we merge them all and erase what we don't need. We've essentially just made our own halftones, really. That's kind of what we've just done. Just place it over the whole thing and then erase where we don't want it. We're like a real manga artist now. Except, you know, a digital eraser instead of an X-Acto knife. Okay. Don't want it on the dark spots, because that looks like more clear plating. Although I guess in this way the carbon fibers become the darker parts. Dark Sparts. My favorite sequel to Dark Souls. Okay. Alright. I mean, we're looking good so far. Select your purple layer to more quickly erase everything outside of it. This is why they pay you the big bucks. Whoever they are. I assume you get paid well. You deserve it. Okay, what now? We're looking a bit more purple than I wanted us to now. I won't lie. Does Joe pay well? In my experience, which is very limited by my real worldly experience, I think so. Alright. Now, I think we could add our yellow. Yeah, especially with the yellow to contrast, this purple, this is looking a lot more purple than I wanted it to. I also should be using the line tool for this. Just to make it a little more pronounced. Line tool. Thinner white line. Okay, there's our little armor stripe. And now we have to address the purple conundrum. This armor's looking a lot more purple than I wanted it to. so. How do we fix that? Still too purple. Do I just go full gray at this point if I think it's looking too purple? Do I go, you know, full scorch and burn? I don't want to. That's boring. I mean, that's not purple, but it's boring. Or at least more boring than the purple. What do we think? 'Cause it looks good. How do we feel about that, chat? That wasn't purple, that was black under ambient light. I like it in black. I also quite like it in black. Okay, we'll stick with black then. We'll stick with black. Where do I have the Under Armour on? What layer is the Under Armour on? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, the black's better. Tattoo can add purple glow. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I add a little bit of that purplish tint to it whenever I'm talking. So now we need our logo. Because a streamer is nothing without their branding. In this case, I think we need to color this white. Grab that yellow again. Layer underneath. That loses a lot of its legibility. What if layer underneath black? Nope. It's certainly more legible. Is that what we're looking for? Does that solve our problem, or does that look bad? Maybe make it equal opportunity. Hold on. Have we already looped back around on the playlist? I hope not. Need this corner to look sharper. There we go. Sometimes I forget that we played Grim Fandango. It genuinely feels like such a far away memory to me that I just consistently forget it even happened. Okay, well, I think we're good as far as the main detailing. Wouldn't you say? We're still in year 2. Right. What happens if I do this? Okay, that doesn't like the way I wanted it to. Yeah. Unfortunate. Maybe needs a black separator outline on the right of the 3. That could work, yeah. Let's see how it looks. Or I could just, rather than try that, what if I just get rid of that and then erased a bit? How do we feel about that? I think that works. But do I love it? I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay, now, battle scars. I think we do. Big one right across the chest. This is gonna need to go over the line art, isn't it? It is, isn't it? You know what? Just to make sure that we know where we're working. You know what I noticed since I played Sam & Max? I'm pretty sure this is still Grim Fandango. No, this is Sam & Max. Okay. Since playing Sam & Max, I've started to notice YouTubers use it a lot as background music. Mandalore, in particular, uses it a lot. Oh, this doesn't look right. Yeah, that isn't right. Got it. Okay. Needs a lipstick mark for every romantic partner you've had. The R.Yakshi code demands it. There. I think that looks good. And what color to make it is the question. How do we make this look like battle damage? Wrong one. I think that looks good to me. This scar's not doing it for me though. Need to file it in a little bit. There we go. That feels better. Okay. I think we want to lower the opacity on him a little. Feels good. No, of course I still have Sneaky Snitch in. Sneaky Snitch is a classic. Come on. Okay, and now, just to add a little texture to everything. It's not really working how I wanted it to. There we go. A little less. All right, barely visible, but it's about the feeling more than anything. By 2. Selection. Whoops. Mirror selection, get rid of there. All right. And then, do I make the inside of these battle scars darker to make it look more... Does that just get rid of them entirely? I'm gonna trust my gut and just leave those as is. That feels good. I think that looks good. We got something good going on here. Now, time to ruin it with a womb tattoo. What if I just take this and then... perfectly change it over to this. Alright. Wait. Okay, that turned out looking a little cooler than I expected it to. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie at all. That turned out quite nice. Okay. Maybe a little less intense on the glow here. I think the Omni tool would be too much glowy stuff, so we're gonna nix the Omni tool, unfortunately. This is only going to glow when we talk, yes. And that turned out pretty fucking cool looking. Alright, now it's time for the hard part. And I can't believe I'm saying this. What style are we going for on this womb tattoo, chat? Hold on. Hmm. You have such a way with words, Seed. Has anyone ever told you that? Okay. We have this. Something like that, maybe? I'm not loving that. See, this is why I don't get tattoos in real life. I could just never decide. Thank you, Blue. That's very kind of you to say. Oh my. It's just missing a certain something, a certain je ne sais quoi. Well, maybe the je ne sais quoi that it's missing is, you know, make it glow. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Why am I not loving it? How do we get it in there? What style are you going for? I'm not sure. I ideally would like something that matches what I had previously, but it's just not translating very well. Or at least it doesn't look like it's translating very well to me. It's just missing a certain something that I can't put my finger on. I would sketch if I wasn't already sketching. Let's see. Alright. Here's what we'll do. We are at about the 2-hour mark. So I'm gonna think on. I'm gonna ponder during the break. We'll take our break. I'll ponder. And when we come back, we'll slap a womb tattoo on that baby and call it a day. I think that's the plan. Get it right there on that bad boy and then ship it. Alright. Sounds like a plan. So, we'll take a quick break. Brush your teeth. Stretch. Get some water. Get a snack. All that jazz. See you in 10 to 15. Hello. I'm back. Oh no, when did the music stop? Let's get that rolling again. It stopped on a good one too, damn. Hello. I'm back. Let me get this glove back on. One thing I want to do real quick. This. I do not want this to overlay the Under Armour at all. Gotcha. How do you feel knowing Gold Pilot never played in full and Homestuck? Confused. Mostly because I do not know what that is. Oops. Let's see Merrick's pitch for the wound tattoo, as he has said in chat. Also this. Also, hold on a minute. Hold on. We've got a cavalcade of bullshit here. One moment. What did I miss while I was on break? Okay, so the proposal, which I quite like. I think that's good. I will probably go with that, if that is the case. And then, then... Gotcha. Go on Twitch, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh, there's Florida. It's okay. Yeah, sure. You may not like it, but this is the peak male form. Damn, that's beefy. Jesus, man. Holy shit, I didn't know we were bringing in the cattle to graze with all this goddamn beef. Holy shit. What a comparison. One jelly plays games, the other jelly has game. I am neither. Oh man. Okay, the design on that one's not bad. I might make a mixture of these two options here. I like that this one sort of radiates out and gets fainter the further away it goes. So let's see what we're working with here. Thank you, Flora and Merrick, for giving my lungs a workout, I suppose. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It was just supposed to be a normal fucking art stream. It was just supposed to be a normal ass art stream. Okay. Focus, back to work. Go away. Actually, you go down there. If you use Flora's picture as the VOD thumbnail, I guarantee 1,200 views. But my thumbnail format! No, I can't. My thumbnail format. It would mess it up. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Let's get you to your rightful place here. There we are. Okay. Perfect. What am I doing here? I think my line thickness is a problem here. I need to vary my line thickness a bit. It's making it feel too one note that I'm not doing that. that a bit thicker there. We're getting somewhere. I think this is the part where we just sort of phase out with progressively thinner ones. Okay. That second one's a bit too much. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, let's just take this all in for a moment. You may ask yourself, how did I get here? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. Okay. Great. Now we gotta zhuzh it up a little. Zhuzh? That's not a phrase that I use. All right, knowledgeable art folks in the in stream chat right now. If I wanted to make an opacity gradient, how might I go about doing that? I have an idea, actually. Hold on. Here's my MacGyver solution, real quick. Okay, well, it's supposed to... think I got it. What do you got here for us, Merrick? Oh. You know what the worst part of it is? You know what the worst part is? I was completely fucking locked in when I was drawing that. Just completely locked in. Thank you, Merrick, for the reality check. Though I don't know how much. I don't think we can really get back there anymore. Okay. You can make transparency non-destructively by right-clicking on the layer, add transparency mask. Good to know. Duplicate layer or mask. Nope, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Right click. Add transparency mask. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Let's just add. Gotcha. Oh, that's what we're looking for. Why does everything look so blurry? Oh, because I have something selected, that's why. Weird. Why does it have everything selected now? That away. Right. And on top of that, pen. have a master's degree. I have a master's degree, and this is what I'm doing with my life. I wouldn't have it any other way. I think just have the heart glow on this one. I don't know what I need to do. Select other. That didn't really do much of anything. No, I think I need to do it the opposite way. Why doesn't it feel right here? Why do these work but this one doesn't? let's just say here. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I think it needs some more intense glow in some places. That's looking much better. Now it's got the same kind of vibrancy as the other ones. It would be so easy to just have a cool model. You know? It would be so easy for the model to just be cool. Oh, look, it has these marks on it, and then I talk biotic, it glows. It would be so easy. Unfortunately, nothing can be easy. Not on these streams. What about battle... Sorry. Let me... What about battle scars that only vaguely look like a womb tattoo in places? Plausible deniability. Merrick? How can I say this? The minute... The second someone comes up with a plausibly deniable womb tattoo, the world will end. That will be Judgment Day. Do you understand? Armageddon. The end of days. Total annihilation. I'm not ready for the world to end just yet. Fucking dumb. Okay. All back to it. Here's one thing I gotta do, actually. This I need... Perfect. I still don't love on the inside. That's better. Were it so easy. Were it so easy. Here's what I'm gonna do as well. Where is this? Let us select grow by 15. That's not going to work the way I want it to. Have a nice walk, Flora. I'm sure it will be a welcome reprieve from whatever the fuck this is. Okay, and then here we want our biotic barrier. Whoops, we're purple now. That didn't do what I wanted it to do, unfortunately. No. Let's just select and grow it by 5. Is this good enough to be our biotic barrier? You know, I think it's a little subtle, but... Oh... Oh, I put it on the wrong... Put it on the wrong layer, so it doesn't matter. Okay. New layer. Let's do that again. I think changing the outline to a new color would be too drastic, and I wouldn't like it as much. I do want this to be kind of subtle. Because my belief is that it will be less subtle when you contrast it with the normal non-biotic barrier model. But if that is not the case, you can always just make the barrier thicker. Definitely needs to be thicker than that. Like to grow selection. That might be too much, but only one way to find out. No, actually, I think that's going to be just the right amount. I think that looks good. Let's just make it... Add in a second darker shade of purple and sprinkle that in for a real biotic bullet feel. Like where your head's at. Little subtler. How do we feel about that? I quite like that. So, good stuff. Default model, if you don't mind, I'm going to steal your eyeballs real quick. I'm sure you don't. This is routine at this point, really. We even get access to the scared expressions now. Isn't that nice? What reason would this guy have to be scared? Anyway, here's what we're also going to do. So eyes closed, or, mouth closed, regular, talking, when biotic powers are active. Here, let me... So, regular, not talking. Talking. Is the womb tattoo too much? Alright, hold on, we also need to... give it the barrier. It was better when the inside of the womb tattoo didn't also glow. Like that? If we did this, let me turn the opacity down. Had something like this. Oh. Give me a second. So, like... It does look a little better. It does look better. No, I don't want that one. Let's go for this. Okay. I mean, I have to keep it. I have to. I spent so much time on it. Damn. Let's turn off all our light show. We can start saving this. Special variant with heart eyes and the womb tattoo biotics. I'm willing to make that compromise. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm willing to make that compromise because I thought of something very stupid. Where is my maid model? Okay. We just need this one, man. Okay. So take this. This. All right. Obviously, we give it the heart eyes and we turn those biotic purple, right? However, stay with me on this one. Okay? It didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. I want it to be like a biotic little charm point. Like the maid model has. Hold on. You see? Exactly. It just looks like a zit. Damn. It didn't work at all. Unfortunate. What if? However, there has to be a way to make this work. No, that's even worse. That's somehow worse. I think we just let it lie. Let's not get too hasty here. Okay. All right. Oh. I could try blush stripes. I'll play around with it. I'm happy with how that came out. Model looks good. I'm wondering if the reason that I'm so conflicted about it is because it's so complicated compared to the other stuff that's glowing biotic. I'm not gonna worry about that. We found our middle ground. So save this, and then it's time to put our toy together. Okay. Save as, new model, Spectre, new folder, Commander. Commander closed. 1. Closed. Blink. Oh, no, that's not what that is at all. I'm saving these all as Krita files. Awesome. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. One. 2. 3. That's all the closed ones. Open. Now we're going to activate all the bells and whistles. Commander. Open 1. Oh, no, cancel. Howdy, Flora. We are putting the finishing touches on it as we speak. Blink. that on. Battle Scars, Ardot Yakshi. She won. Two. 3 and blink. Okay. Closed. Well, it doesn't really matter now. We got them all sorted out. So good old gift maker. Never steered me astray. Whoops. Okay. Spectre, Commander. Commander closed 1. When I'm looking at the like very tiny version of this model, the armor looks very good. Like, seeing it from far away, it looks like it's got a very nice texture on it, honestly. Commander. Open 1, 2, open 3. Damn, that looks cool. And then lastly, the one with the womb tattoo. Commander, Ardot Yakshi, animated. Okay. I will be gone for what feels like but a moment. Don't panic. X-Chain is still there to keep you company. Closed animated. Open animated. Closed blank. Okay. Oh, that's looking good. Oh, that's looking good. And then this one. Change it to that. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. And we will set this to Shift 5. Alrighty. Heyo! How's it going, folks? There is the new model. There it is. I think the biotic effects work quite well. And then, of course, we also have this as an option. We gotta have this as an option, you know? We can't not use it. It doesn't actually... Did you want part of the lower white border to show up when your model moves? I have resigned myself to it being a reality of the situation. Huh. Okay, well, I'm at a bit of an impasse here, because I won't lie, the tattoo doesn't look as eye-catching. What's the word I'm looking for? Obnoxious, maybe, but that's too negative a connotation. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would at the size my PNG tuber is. Loud, that's the perfect word to describe it. Yes, it's not as loud as I thought it would be. But I like having the toggle between the normal and the hard eyes version. So now I'm conflicted in the opposite direction, I guess. Because it actually does look pretty good, but I think having, like, being able to switch between these two is a better option. I like that. Do you toggle it on when your wife... Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, listen, I've already been dabbling with giving myself expression toggles. The way I see it, this is just the natural progression of it. So that works perfectly fine for me. And if I want a little bit of extra clickbait on those thumbnails, I just bust out this one. I just want to know the use case. I would also like to know the use case. We'll find it when we get there, I suppose. Okay. So that's our new model. Reading Kasumi's fanfic. Whenever you... Exactly! Okay, so here's the thing. We're not going to start this game with Group Dominate, obviously. So whenever we do get Group Dominate, we're all in all the time. We've added progression into our model off the bat. Off the jump. I'm really happy with how this one came out. I feel like I say this pretty consistently every time we make a model. I'm surprised at how good this ended up looking. This is quite good. Damn. It's so strange to be able to make art, isn't it? Isn't it? What a weird feeling. So that's our new model. But of course, I did want there to be more to this stream. So we've got, in our average stream, about 45 minutes left. So I do want to figure out what to do with some of these emotes. I think... So let's just take stock of what we're working with here. This one's good. I just need to make this using the pixel brush instead of my charcoal brush. How do we feel about... How about a post-it note? A post-it note? Perfect. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, that'd be perfect. Okay. So what am I doing here? What are we doing here? I'm getting a vibe check on most of these emotes, really. I think C is good. Just gotta make it in the actual style that I need it. How do we feel about JC Hearts? A quick see so we can use it this stream? Okay. I can do that. I can definitely do that. It looks almost done. Exactly, yeah. I can most certainly do that. Oh, that's so bright. Oh, no. Gee, calm down. Calm down. Not so loud. Moving on over here. I want this to be a little... I don't want it to be indistinguishable from the background. Okay. So now, I need to remember how to do this. So I think I really should just be grabbing the big one here. And then tracing over it, really. Let's do it at a bigger size, though, just to make sure that we can get all those beautiful details. What thickness of brush should we be working with here? It's 1 pixel. About 5. Nope. Okay. So, that is the case. Alright. They're a little unaligned, these letters, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to assume it will turn out fine. Because it looks fine when it's this size. Are these all the same? The corners are not the same. Let's square those corners as well. Alrighty. Square those corners and then we'll round them ourselves. Yeah, we want them to be. That's good. So, 1, 2, 4, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Alright, good, good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Why do I keep double check? That's not right. No, that's not right. One more. Oh, that one was right. Okay, gotcha. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Got those rounded. Do we slightly round the letters? I think we should. But only slightly. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. It's not really going to matter all that much considering some of these are going to get covered up, and again, it's going to be at such a size that this probably won't even register. But maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? I don't know that I like how that looks rounded. Which is to say that I don't like how it looks rounded. I think it's better if it's square. Alrighty. Then what if we just grab this guy and keep using him? Oops. So that everything's uniform. Give me 1 second. AO3 says 11 works in Harbinger / Shepherd. Listen, the masses pine for enemies to lovers. It's really quite simple. The masses, that too, Dalmec. The masses do in fact pine for an effect. Which one is this? I have to move it there so it's uniform. I have to, otherwise I'll lose my mind. Go. Unfortunately, most of these masses apparently crave a Harbinger that takes what he wants. I see. I mean, I suppose it fits the character. And then I want the... Yep. No, that was perfect. You had it right there. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Now we just merge it all on down. I just need to be sure. Does that... I mean, does that read as see ya? Does that font, quote-unquote, work? I have no reason to believe it doesn't. But I have to check. Got it immediately. Good stuff. Okay. Alright, in that case, we can start on this guy. Which is probably going to cause some complications to that message. Come on. This is the problem with using a brush that gives you such clean edges. You can see every little imperfection in the brush stroke. Okay. Looking good. This isn't going to matter so much because this is definitely going to get cut off in the crop, the emote. But it's always good practice to do it anyway. Good. Nope. Go. Looking good. Now the question is, do we keep the sketchy spiral eye style, or do we change it to the standard circle, eyelashes, and then like that? Because I like the sketchy style, but I wonder, is that going to be less legible? Can always do both, I guess. See what works out better. Damn, that was a clean one. Wow. And then... There we go. A little rough around the edges. I think with this style, the eyelashes get lost a bit. Maybe it's just because I'm using too thick of a brush for it. Yeah, definitely using too thick of a brush. And then... that's our other option. The eye is also pretty big this way. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So... damn. I don't want to get rid of this spiral because it looks so damn good. We'll just move that down a little. Nope. Fill this in with the correct color. And then... give ourselves maybe a more appropriate size. No, that doesn't feel right. Let's just start from scratch and get a proper size there. Damn. That feels like the closest to a perfect circle I've ever drawn. It's not perfect, but it feels pretty fucking good. Damn. Huh. Okay, let's get rid of the sketch now. My gut's telling me to go with this one. Now here is the great part about coloring in pixel art, as opposed to my usual brush. There are very clear lines to draw within. Okay. Let's make sure that that's on the layer above. I have used the wand tool. I find it to be a little unreliable in Krita when it comes to selecting the edges that I want, however. The paste tool, or the paint bucket tool, can also be very finicky in Krita, I've found. I think the edge detection system just isn't the best. Reliable tip for color zoning. I'm all ears. Select everything outside the thing. Enlarge selection by 2 to 3 pixels. Invert selection. You now have the thing perfectly selected and can fill to your heart's content. I do that exact same thing, one extra step, because of the brush that I use. Select outside, enlarge selection, 3 pixels is usually what I go to. Invert selection, feather selection by 2. That fills in all those little gaps that you get inside of the line that my brush leaves. What if I put the text in front? I could do that. But I think it looks worse with it in front. Personally. Yeah, the textured brush. Again, your exact strategy with one slight modification is what I do. So, you know, not a real big shift there. No. That's what we're looking for, but maybe a little bit lighter. Good. Now, do we keep these flat colors, or do we add some shine? Some glitz and glamour? I think the flat colors might be good as is. Only one way to find out. Let's save this as art. Krita. What am I calling this? JC Sia. There we go. So now what sizes do I need emotes to be, Twitch? Be a resolution between 112 pixels to 4096 pixels. Okay, so we've got plenty of room to not really worry about that much. So let's just select a square out of this, and then get it shipped. That's the problem. What am I doing? Just crop it. Like that. And then... Well, no. I've done this a million times before. Hold on. Sorry. I want to crop this one so that this gets cut off. About there. Can this be wider? It can. Okay. Two more. And then move this up. So that's 184. Looks pretty good. I'll save as art emotes. Me PNG JC Sia. Standard emote. That looks pretty readable to me. Yeah, that looks quite readable, as a matter of fact. Okay. Upload. Alright. It has been uploaded, which I think means it should just be active. I don't know. Hopefully, refresh Twitch. I'm not sure how fast it actually updates or adds that to it. Let's refresh. There it is! Perfect! Yeah, that works very well. That works very, very well. I quite like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that's nice to have that instant rollout like that. Okay. Definitely works better in chat than it does in the overlay, yeah. It works really well in chat, especially at that size. Very legible, which is nice. The arm gets lost a little bit in dark mode, but... oh well, I think we should look into getting your overlay betterized. What, you mean my chat overlay in the top left? Yeah. Yeah. Blue, try refreshing. That might make it pop up. I definitely need to start working on getting a better stream overlay. That's for sure. Hand floating makes me think of Rayman. I mean, all my original emotes have that same thing where the hand is just floating. So I guess it works pretty well. You can probably just select the hand and make it bigger. Yeah, I can tweak it. I can tweak it right now. What am I doing? It's an instant rollout. I could tweak it as we speak. Hold on. What did I merged the wrong layers? All right, you get in there. Just What if I layer, transform, scale to new size? 256. That's way too big. That's way too big. That's fucking massive. I think the size is fine. It's just that the hand is fine. The arm, because I made the color completely black, gets lost a little. So what if, instead of that, I just make it kind of grayish like it is on my model, right? Which you should be able to see how it's kind of grayish on my model. Make it a little bit darker of a gray. That should work. Okay. Can I edit? JCC ya. Okay. Uploading the new one now. Yeah, that arm's more visible now. Perfect. There it is. Upload. All right. Refresh, and then I think it's good to go. I can't tell which one is which. Dark one has no assignment. All right. There it is. Good to go. And we are at about 4 hours. So, here's what else we need to do. I don't think we're going to be able to do any of this on stream. But these are essentially what is in development. Or this is... You know what I'm trying to say. These are the ones that you should be on the lookout for on the horizon. Okay. So I gotta work on JC Dance. The folks back home definitely want this specifically as an emote. If you have any suggestions for JC Hype and what I'm tentatively naming JC Gamer, please feel free to send those on the Discord. I would be more than happy to see what you folks can come up with, because I'm not entirely sure what to do as far as that. But we'll figure it out. PNG. Motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Just there it is. I mean, there it is. Dolmek also posted a good one. Okay. Sure, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let me pull that one up real quick. Let me pause this real quick and pull up this or window capture. Courtesy of Dolmek. Oh, I sure do, huh? Okay. Well, master's degree in Riz, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I'd flunk out of that first semester. Holy shit. Literally never edited a video before this, by the way. I'm glad to know I've inspired you to reach greater heights, Dolmek. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you had a good time. I'm sure you can guess what kind of a time I had. Here are our new models that we've finished, which are going to be used tomorrow when we start, or rather continue, Mass Effect 3. Let's raid Backseat with the... Is Backseat live right now? Is Backseat live? Let's see. Hold on. I don't think so, no. Does not appear to be the case. No one I follow is live. Damn. That is rough. I don't follow them. I just wanted to make the jam. Alright. Cool. Good to know. I think that, here, let me open... Let me close window capture. Let me open back up the new model sheet. Where's new model sheet? Where are you? We certainly like to keep... We certainly like to keep some special ones here. So, where's that beefcake? You've earned a special place in the Hall of Fame, I suppose. We will need a bigger canvas soon. I mean, holy shit. We're gonna have to, you know, get a smaller portion of beef. Just a little bit. Oh man, those dogs, they are a bargain. Delightful. Truly inspirational. Oh. This is, blow up the chunky... No. I have a system here. I have a system here that I will not compromise. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Good. Beautiful. What was the cat for? I do not remember. It was something about drawing a cat with one line. Replace the wound tattoo on beef jelly with a QR code for this channel. I don't think I have the technique. Dolmec, you just learned how to make a video. You gotta have some mercy on me. So, this has certainly been a stream. Thank you very much for watching. Here's the... If you know, if this was a good time for you, and you'd like to be sure to see more, there's the Discord link. If whatever the fuck this is your idea of a good time. and that'll be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I had a great time. I certainly hope the level of enjoyment was at least comparable on your end. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow with Mass Effect 3. Until then, have a good one, folks. See ya.